Hey folks, today I'm going to do a review on this little thing. It's my Sig MK25. It's a 226. Anybody that tells you it's not a 226 and it's something much better and much fancier, they're just trying to tout their gun, but it's basically a 226. I'm going to get the camera and come up here and do an up close of it, and we'll talk a little bit about it. Features, different things like that. All right, this is my Sig 226 MK25. Really, the only way you can tell it from other 226s is anything it's readily apparent is the little silver anchor and the scan code that's on the frame. Now it does have a 1913 rail on it. Let's see if I can get that off there so I can show you. It's got a different rail on it than most of the SIGs. The military spec that, but that's not something that most people would pick up on. This gun did come with a standard trigger in it. I put the short reach trigger in it. It also came standard with the standard disconnector, so it had the long reset and then the slack you took up. On this one, it has the short reset trigger. So when you fire the gun, let's see if I can make it do it here. I can't do it one-handed, but when you fire the gun, the reset on it is super short. I did those two things to it, the trigger and the disconnector. Let's see, this gun has phosphate coated internals, so rust isn't as big of an issue. It can still rust, but it's not as big of an issue. If you look on the barrel hood, the barrel is also phosphated. I believe it's hard chromed underneath. If you look in the barrel itself, it looks to be hard chromed. I might be wrong on that. Somebody knows, let me know, but it looks to be like a hard chrome barrel with some type of phosphate coating over the top of it. Let's go up here and talk about it, and I'll roll in some video footage and give you my opinion of it. All right, the 226 is a different animal from most guns that you come across nowadays. When I say that, one, it's not polymer, it's got an aluminum frame. Two, it's a double action, single action trigger system. When I say double action, single action, what I mean is the hammer starts in the down position. When you pull the trigger, it pulls the hammer all the way back like it would a double action revolver. Now, once you fire the gun, the hammer stays in the rearward position, and then you can reset the trigger and fire it from there. So your first shot's gonna be long and heavy. It's a double action trigger. All your subsequent shots are gonna be real short and fairly light and crisp. If you don't train with a gun like this, it, in my opinion, is not a good gun to carry. If you do train with a gun like this, I have no problem with somebody carrying a double action, single action gun. If that's what they want to carry, more power to them. This is America. You can carry whatever you want, and as long as you train with it and you're proficient with it, more power to you. I didn't do the gun justice on the range today. Y'all know me. I'm usually either shooting a 1911 or a Glock. And those triggers are totally different from these triggers. These triggers are something that you have to master. Now, in stock form, it takes some getting used to. You can tune these things, not as well as you can tune a CZ, but you can tune these to where that double action trigger is not bad at all. But in its stock form, that long double action trigger is fairly heavy and long. It's a safety feature that a lot of guns back in the 80s and early 90s had. I'll tell you why I got this gun. I actually wanted a standard 226, just a plain Jane 226, no frills, no threaded barrel, none of that stuff, and I was gonna add night sights to it. My daughter joined the Navy, and I thought, you know what? I ran across this one day in a store, one of my local stores, and they gave me a good deal on it, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna buy it, and then when she gets out of the Navy someday, I'll give it to her. Now, she asks me all the time when I'm gonna give it to her, and I tell her someday, because someday I am gonna give it to her. Until then, it's mine. But that's really the only reason I bought this gun. She's a gunner's mate in the Navy, so she gets to handle different weapons platforms on a daily basis. And I'm sure she's probably run across one of these in the armory at a time or two. But someday I will give this to her, and I'll let her keep it. But for now, it's mine. Now, I didn't do the gun justice today. Like I said, I was rusty on the double action, single action. I hadn't shot double action, single action in so long that I made this gun look terrible. My 1-round presentations from the holster hovered right around a second or 1.1 seconds, which is not great. I had a lot of, they weren't light strikes. They were good, solid strikes on the primer, but I had a lot of ammunition today from Minuteman. That's what I was using, Minuteman munitions. I had a lot of rounds that failed to ignite. In the beginning, I would do my tap rack and get back on target, but then I started trying to hit it with a second strike capability. There were times when it wouldn't ignite on the second round or the second strike, third strike, and some of them didn't ignite until like the fourth strike. So I don't know what kind of primers Minuteman Munitions is using. This is a factory gun. I haven't changed anything on it. I could understand if I changed the hammer spring on it, but I didn't. It's factory. It should ignite. I've also had problems with Minuteman munition in my Glocks as well. I haven't really shot it through anything else except a little Sig 365 that I've got. Now, it ran fine through that. I tried it out today. I ran about 20 or 30 rounds through it, and it ran fine. But through this and my Glocks, it will not ignite reliably. So I didn't get a lot of good footage. I did some accuracy, just some old roundabout accuracy test with it. I was at 7 yards. I wasn't at 25 yards, but at 7 yards, these guns are known for their accuracy. And at 7 yards, man, this thing will shoot lights out. It'll shoot a lot better than what I shot it today. I just wasn't on today, and I'll take the heat for that. But if you're in the market for a gun other than a polymer frame gun, check out the Sig P series of guns. They're 226 if that's too big, a 229 or a 228. 228's a pretty sweet gun if you can get one of the older ones. I saw one on, I think, was it Bud's Gun Shop? Somebody had a used one. No, it was a local site that I saw it on. They had a used 228, an old one from Germany, and I wouldn't mind having that. I might snatch that one up if it's still there. But it wasn't at a terrible price. It wasn't a great price, but it wasn't a terrible price either. But if you're looking for something other than a polymer frame gun, you might want to check out these because they're dead reliable, super accurate, and with the proper training, you can be just as proficient with them as you can a striker fired trigger or a single action trigger. So I hope you enjoyed the video, little shooting clips. I know this video is probably not going to be as popular as some of the other ones because most people don't really care too much for the 226 nowadays, but I wanted to make this one because it's a neat little gun I got. I don't think I've ever done a video on it yet. But if you like the video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out. And we don't make money on YouTube. I don't get any free stuff from YouTube. I don't get free ammo. I don't get free guns. All this stuff is mine. And I pay for the ammo. I pay for everything. So I just do it because I enjoy it, and try to put some content out there that maybe some people will watch and enjoy. So thank you again, and we'll see you next week.